Thanks so much for tuning in to Set Apart. This is a podcast that was designed to lock arms and figure out this pivotal season of life we call young adulthood with other ordinary teens and young adults who desire to be set apart with Jesus rather than conform to the world. So with that, relax and enjoy this episode of Set Apart. Yo, what is up, guys? This is Zhane. Thank you so much for tuning in to Set Apart. We're so excited for this. Luan, do you want to introduce yourself?
So I'm Luan. Thank you so much for joining with us. It's a privilege to do this, and we're so glad that you're joining us in this journey. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, so this episode is our pilot episode. It's our first one ever. So if you're listening to this, this is really important for us, and we thank you so much again. But we kind of just want to use this episode to lay the foundation, what to expect, what is this, what made us start this, how often can you expect us to be posting on here. And so, anyways, we kind of just wanted to start off with what is Set Apart? Like, what is the mission of this? And so, as we kind of mentioned in the beginning, is that Set Apart it's a podcast that was made to lock arms and figure out this pivotal season of life with other ordinary teens and young adults who desire to be set apart with Jesus rather than conform to the world. And so that's just huge for us. We definitely wanted to do something that speaks to our certain age group and just speak on a lot of things that we ultimately struggle with in this day and age.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's, as you know, our little mission, I guess you can say, statement states, it's just like understanding what it means to be set apart. And I believe that this is strongly connected to Romans and how it says that for us not to be conformed to the pattern of this world. And I just believe that that's exactly what we want to do. We want to be joining with other people in different seasons of life, people doing different things than we do. Just walking with them and knowing how to live life that honors Christ and a life that's separate from what people, deem as okay, as, expectant, I guess.
Right. And so, kind of going off of that, we do want to clarify that this is not a Christian podcast. But listen closely. Hear me through this. Luan and I, we are both very strong believers in Jesus Christ. We believe in Jesus Christ, that he came and he died for us and he rose again. But we want this to be a podcast to where anybody from any status, creed, sexuality, religion can come and listen and walk away hopefully holier and better off than they came. And again, this is mostly geared towards teenagers and young adults, but that's not to say that somebody that's younger, somebody in middle school, don't know why a middle schooler would be listening to a podcast, but go them, or somebody that's older. We just want this to be a place where anybody can come and kind of just feed on ultimately what God is putting on our hearts to share with the public.
Yeah, for sure. And especially because it's not like we're professionals or we're pastors or anything like that. It's
right.
We're both
right.
21.
This is literally we have zero experience, guys.
Exactly.
We are jumping into the fire here.
Yeah.
And so this is a product of ultimately our calling and our passion. So this is not us pursuing any kind of negative or self-centered thing. This is really we want to do this, and we want to do this for you guys. So sorry, Luan, kind of interrupted there.
No, you're good. And that's pretty much it, and that's kind of what we want to do. Most of the things that we're going to be talking about here on a podcast come from talks that we had, and it's awesome. I just thought that it's something that the Lord is kind of placing on my heart, and I think Zhane agrees with that. It's just these are things that we do outside of a podcast setting. I think these are talks that we have with our friends and people that are going through different things, and I just think it's something that would be super beneficial to anybody in whatever stage of life they're in. So
for sure. And really this is like a reflection of our dorm room talks and
yeah, pretty much
a reflection of our talks that we have at the lunch tables, at the Rot or whatever. But yeah, and so anyways, I think we should also maybe clarify where we are. We are at Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. That's where we go to school. We live here. We're students here. I'm a sophomore.
Yeah, I'm a junior right now.
Yeah, and so, yeah, we're college students, and so, like we said in the beginning, to lock arms with, we really want this to be us, not exactly leading the pack in a way. We are called to be leaders, and we want to lead, but we do want this to be more of a, hey, I'm not perfect. I don't know all of these things and how to necessarily go through this either. So I'm going to lock arms with the people beside me, other ordinary people just like me, and we're going to do this together. We just happen to be the one with the mics. You know what I mean? And so what are we going to be talking about on Set Apart? This is something that is very important. If you're going to be listening to this, you want to know, what am I getting from this? And so mainly, well, it's going to be a whole lot. Like I said, most of this stuff that people our age struggle with and have troubles navigating. And so first off, I'll name a few. So like common hurdles in life, such as life decisions and culturally charged topics such as dating, sexuality, academic life, social media, religion or astrology, drugs and alcohol, picking your friends, like your friend groups and stuff, politics, like should we care about that as young people, gossip, finding jobs, modesty, peer pressure, tattoos, apathy, what's God's will for your life, and even more. So yeah, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, and it's, again, I guess I'm just restating something I've been saying over and over. It's just, this is what we do, man. Like, we're, like I said, I'm 21, Zhane is 20 right now, and we're just trying to figure life out, man. We don't have a lot of things, figured out. We're walking together, I guess it's a blessing that we get to do this together because, like I said, we often have these conversations like, dude, what do you want to do? Like, what you're thinking about? Like, what's your view on relationships and all that kind of stuff? So I feel like it's awesome that we're going to be able to do this with you guys because we want to figure things out as you guys are figuring things out. And I think it's a beautiful thing that we get to do it together.
Exactly. Yeah, guys. And also, we did mention this a little bit, but just to clarify, this is something that we're not seeking fame, we're not seeking fortune, we're seeking change, and we're seeking to help and impact people just like us, because there's a lot of things that I already haven't done the best with in my life, and so the last thing I want is to steer others in the wrong direction. So if it's possible for us to prevent that and ultimately help you guys to end up in a better place, that would mean the world. You know what I mean? And so next we're kind of, gonna jump into, what made Set Apart come to life. So can you tell us a little bit about that, Luan?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, as we mentioned, I believe that this is something that really weighs heavily on both of our hearts. I think it's something that we care about a lot, especially since we're in school and we have a lot of different things. We're both in like leadership positions here, and those are just things that we usually do. We like to help guys figure things out. We like to walk with people. We love to love on others and just serve them. And I feel like that's something that we've always wanted to. I feel like we've always wanted to find a place and maybe a platform that we would be able to do it on a different level, in a different, I guess, environment, you can say. And I think that's something that after a lot of prayer, a lot of thought, a lot of planning, a lot of dreaming as well, and we kind of just came to a point that we placed it before the Lord, and we're like, God, this is something that we want, something that we will love to do. And we gave it to him, and we just felt like this was the Lord kind of leading us into starting this podcast. And I think that's exactly what Set Apart is going to be. I think it's something that comes from our heart. It's something that we've placed before the Lord. And it's, again, this is us, man. Like, we're trying to be authentic here. We're not trying to be anybody else. We're not trying to copy anybody else. Everything that we're going to come out here and say, every conversation that we're going to have, every perspective, every view, and we're just coming here as, again, guys that don't have everything figured out, and we're just trying to give to you guys what we are. We're not trying to create, a podcast character or podcast image. This is who we are.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's so important. And another thing is, even though our desire is to speak on a lot of things, I truly believe, and Luan truly believes in 100%. We both believe in 100% authenticity. And so with that means basically, if there's something that we're talking about and we're kind of stumped, and we don't necessarily know how to go about that, then we're gonna seek wisdom from others. We're not gonna just aimlessly kind of be shooting in the dark and not really know what we're saying. So unless we are confident and know that what we're saying is going to draw others closer to the better options and the better path for the life in Jesus, then we're just going to choose to kind of leave that alone. But the next portion that we wanted to mention was how often are we going to do this? And so just to give you guys some perspective, Luan and I are both full-time college students. We both have leadership positions here on campus. We're both involved. We like to go out and hang out with our friends. We go to the gym. So we're normal college guys with just a little bit of extra load on us, I would say. And so with that, we are going to do our best to make as much time as possible. In the dream, in the perfect world, both of us would love to pump a episode out like every week. Once every week would be ideal. But for now, just for this safe route, we're kind of going to try and go like 2 weeks at least. Mm-hmm. So that would be ideal if we could get once a week. But if not, you can count on twice a week. Or sorry, once every 2 weeks. Not twice a week.
Maybe one day.
Maybe. That would be awesome.
One day we'll get to twice a week. But.
If I did, I would probably be failing my classes. But yeah.
Yeah, and like another thing that we could kind of address is just, we're just doing it right now without a camera. We're not really trying to record a video. One, because we don't have the equipment, and it's a lot of money. And we're both college students, so I guess that speaks to it as well. But we just kind of decided to start. I think it's better to start with whatever we have and whatever we can, and try to keep postponing it. Like, until we have a camera. So we're just doing it now, and it's a work in progress, and we see how that goes.
Yep.
Right?
Kind of jumping into the fire. No excuses. Another thing that we can do, we can shoot on iPhone, but we do want to have the best possible quality for you guys. We do believe in quality over quantity. So we're not just going to pump out useless videos and stuff like that aren't good. We want to, make sure that we take as much time as we need for it to be, prime quality. So with that, we might end up starting to shoot with iPhone a little later on, but at least for this episode, we kind of just want to delay the groundworks. And so with that, we do have cover art for you guys to look at. We've created some good stuff for you guys. But as far as the cover art goes, I do want to give a special thanks to the Victorian Frame Company. So if you're looking at the cover art right now, there's a red picture frame. In that red picture frame, I was specifically looking for one that looked like that to use in the graphic that was created. And it's from Victorian Frame Company. And so I wanted to use it. I asked for their permission, and they said I was good to go. And so just a big thank you to them. Wouldn't be able to have that cover without you guys. I just think that's good for you guys to know. I'm glad that they allowed me to use that. It's an honor. Definitely turned out way better than the other options. So thank God for that. And so now, lastly, I think it's important for us to recognize who got us here, who inspired all of this. God has given us creative minds, but we wouldn't have those minds if he didn't create them, right? And so we just want to thank God. Thank God for allowing us to do this. Thanking God for for all of the blessings and all of the talents that he's placed in us, and the passions and the desires that he's given us, man. We just, we truly want to pursue his will for our life. And we feel like this is something that he's definitely putting on both of our hearts.
Yeah, for sure. And even beyond just thanking him for that, and the opportunity to do this, but we also want to thank God because we're able to come and talk on this podcast because of what he's done in both of our lives. And I think that goes a long way, because I don't think we would ever be able to come here and talk with such boldness and I guess confidence on certain topics and certain things if it wasn't for what he's changed within us. And I just want to thank God for that, man, because it's a beautiful thing. Thank God for for himself. Thank you for Jesus. Because if it wasn't for him, I don't think we would be able to, first of all, just be here or to talk about anything really.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man. So thanks to the Most High, for sure. over anything. That's gonna stay the same. Also, I personally would like to thank my friends for being such an inspiration for me, just pouring into me and just having so many great conversations that are, I wish I could have had a mic in front of us during that. You know what I mean? And just being such an inspiration for so many of these ideas and passions, and realizing how much our generation does need something like this. And I also want to thank my parents. My mom actually bought the speaker, or the mic that I'm talking through right now.
Thank you, Mrs. Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you, Mom. And so just a lot, so many things just over the years. They send me to this college, so many things. Like I that'll be a whole separate podcast for just thanking them if I did. But yeah, I just want to thank my parents, God, friends, and also every future person that's going to have a role in this podcast. So whether that's somebody that we have on, whether that's somebody that has a conversation with me about this, somebody that gives critique, somebody that inspires me, I just want to thank everybody in advance that's going to help the future of Set Apart. I truly am so grateful just to be able to do this. And so, Luan, anybody or anything you specifically would like to thank? I know you.
Yeah, man. Like all those people that you listed, obviously, want to thank them. And obviously, I just want to thank you. And I guess that's something that I'm glad that I'm able to say before before people, I guess. Right. I'm genuinely thankful for who you are in your heart. And just, I remember when I first met you, I was weirded out because long story short, I was moved to a different hall, didn't know this guy. We just got placed together.
Right.
And now, just the fact that you came yo, let's do a podcast. Heck yeah, let's do it. And I thank you for that. I thank you for having me with you. I thank you for your friendship, your heart, and yeah, man, I'm just glad that we got to do this together. And frick yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's go, man. Yo, yeah, guys. I mean, come on. Luan can thank me all he wants, but seriously, this guy he's the real deal. Luan, as soon as I met him, I knew something was different about this guy. And for anybody who doesn't know, he has the position of a resident shepherd here on campus, and what that basically is you're in charge of the guys on your hall within, basically, you have the biggest part within taking care of them emotionally and spiritually, leading them on the right path. And this guy does that better than just about anybody I've ever seen. And to have him as a roommate, I mean, I genuinely don't think I could, ask for just a better guy to be doing this with. His wisdom, his natural wisdom. I mean, his charisma. He's so naturally can just talk to anybody, which I love. And yeah, man, he's so talented. He taught himself the guitar, he was a worship leader. He's from Brazil. He's dope at soccer, and bro, he has so many cool things. We'll get into that later, but seriously, I just want you guys to know that Luan is not just some guy that's randomly just wanted to be on a podcast. He's truly built for this, and so just hats off to him for being the guy that he is.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
And yeah, man, no problem. But yeah. And so closing this out, we really would want to just encourage you guys to listen in to what we have coming in the future. We're planning on having one out within the next 2 weeks. We're going to be recording these as much as we can. And so, yeah, we're going to try and get some awesome guests on here so you guys can hear some great voices and just get a great word from a lot of other people. Yeah, we're so excited for how God is going to bless this. And yeah, man, I'm so pumped. What about you?
Dude, I'm so excited. Again, I've been wanting to do this. It's something that I'm really passionate about. And, for all of you guys listening, just once again, thank you so much for joining and listening to this episode. Today was a little different. It's mostly like an intro. We're explaining to you guys why we're doing this, what we're going to do, what we're planning, and all that. But, the future episodes are going to be just like a conversation. So please, we would love to have you guys joining us and just be a part of this this journey that we're so excited about.
Right. And just to clarify, guys, you can find us on YouTube. Hopefully in the future, we'll get on more platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, things like that. But for now, YouTube is good. And yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Set Apart. We hope you enjoyed. We hope that you guys are enlightened on what to expect from the future. We both hope that you have an awesome week, and we'll see you next time on Set Apart.